Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up if you want. Today we're jumping into r/StoriesAboutKevin. Oh my god, I thought we were done with the Kevin in a Big Rig series. Well, you would be right about that. This is just one of those regular old stories about Kevin. I do think that it's a one-off. Apparently it's about the most energetic of waiters, and that is just some comedy gold. Even in the title alone, it was highly upvoted on the subreddit, and Le Supermark, user Le Supermark, has been just a huge member of the Discord community, popping in every day, giving people some tips on how they can make their life happier, and honestly, I'm super grateful for that. He tells me some things that I need to hear someday. He's like, look, you can't go upstairs 10 at a time. Take things one step at a time, move yourself forward as you're able. And I'm like, that's true. I want it all, I want it now, but that's not how things tend to work. And it's just a good reminder to have in the Discord. So he's quickly becoming a valued member of the community. Thank you for being here. Thank you for writing. Well, go ahead. We are live streaming this on Twitch. If you wanted to check that out, the link is in the description, of course. Let's do the thing. Let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/stories about Kevin cringe. r/stories about Kevin. Oops, typo. Can't edit the title. There you go. The most energetic of waiters, smiling Kevin. Well, at least he's having a good time, I guess. I've heard that ignorance is bliss, but maybe here's the proof. I don't really know. I haven't seen a miserable Kevin, to be fair. Hello, everyone! After years of listening to audio readings of disastrous stories about the most grotesque members of our species, I finally gathered the courage to post a story of mine own. First story post, so, yay! Yeah, also yay, I'm super glad. People seem to be enjoying the hell out of this one, and I want to join them. I've been listening to YouTubers read these story posts on my commutes to work, so I don't know how the format is supposed to be like, but I hope that my story will be easy on the eyes. And I would love it if my post was read in a video. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I mean, with upvotes like that, I can't ignore it for too long. I told him I'd get at it once Kevin in the Big Rig was over. Well, guess what? It's over now, so we're getting at it. Edit. Bonjour, ReddX. Thank you for taking the time to read my misadventures and for what you do. I hope it won't sound weird, but I need to say that I adore it when you laugh. Aw, you know that little heh giggle that you do? It never fails to make me smile. Heh, thanks. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I can just keep being me. That's what I know. I appreciate that you like my laugh. Some people really find it annoying. They're like, that inhale thing that he does. And I was made fun of for it in high school just a little bit, but I always gotta be me. I've gotta be me. I've got to be me.
I've gotta be me.
Anyways, a little bit about myself. I'm a French guy. English is not my native language, so I hope I won't mess up too much and that the vocabulary won't be too repetitive. I'm always hopeful when people come in apologizing. They're like, it's not my native language. Let me tell you this, you speak it a lot better, or write it a lot better, rather, than like many of the posts that we did, particularly on the beginning of the channel. Ever since ReddX Reads was started, most of those posts, they pretty good, you know? But initially, we had a lot of trash posts. If you want to go back and watch like the OG ReddX videos, yeah, them's pretty rough. I hold high hopes for you on this one though. I must say that much. Cast list, yeah, that's OP. That's me. Bonjour, 27. At the time of this event, thin, tall guy, tea addict. My hobbies include tabletop RPGs, naps, and long-distance running. I asked my online English friends what my job would be called in English, and they said I'm a sort of butler or maitre d'. I assist VIPs with what they need, like a cocktail of my own, an errand, helping them walk to a hotel, or anything. And I spend most of my shift tending to the restaurant. We only have 11 tables with 2 sets each, so most of the time, I do it alone. Yeah, but that sounds super exclusive. God damn, you probably making some big bucks over there, ain't you, Mark? Huh? You balling out? I honestly didn't know that a maitre d' did all of that extra stuff. How long is that job description, bro? I thought you just like seat people at a table and you're like, all right, see you later. But no, apparently it's much more than that. So good on you. I can tell you're a go-getter. Kevin, yeah. All right, so I'm about average in height myself, but that man was easily over 7 feet tall, 215 centimeters. Are you kidding me? He's a giant. Oh, he's a monster. He's around 35 years old, probably older, bit of a belly, but not fat. He constantly had a smile on his face, but not a regular one. He always smiled with his mouth open. Hey, okay, Kevin, you're waitressing, that's awesome, but I'm gonna need you to do it like way more happy and with your mouth like way more open.
I want you to do it happier and with your mouth open.
What?
Like in many of the animes he enjoyed. He had messy facial hair. I wasn't sure if he was trying to grow something evenly or if he even attempted to shave for work. Don't you want your butler to be clean shaven? I always clean shave my butler. Which brings us to today's sponsor. Nah, just kidding. Pick is our whiny, chubby moron of a supervisor slash manager. A bit of a useless member in our crew. Yeah, most managers are, to be fair, I guess. All he does is walk around and stare at us to make sure that we are working well. A perfect position, as he is completely incapable of doing any work himself. Oh, he's got no arms. Is that what it is? That's sad. Oh, he does have arms. He's just a lazy piece of crap. All right, I got you. My friends like to compare him to one of the characters from The Office who constantly tries to look good to his higher-up, but I can't recall that character's name if my life depended on it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not a big fan of The Office either. Peep Show! That is my The Office. I did watch The Office, but it's completely forgettable to me. I think that it's the guy played by Ed Helms, if I remember right, but I don't know his name either. I don't care. Why is he called Pick, you might ask? Because it's a French play on words that I came up with for my crew. It's a mix between his own name and the French word piquer, which is to steal. I probably pronounced that way wrong. So forgive me right back for butchering your language, Mark. As this man has been caught several times stealing from the tip jars and the cash register. Oh my God, dude. And he's a manager who does not. Why do we not get rid of him? I guess who you gonna talk to? You gotta go make the boss believe you. You gotta get some hidden camera footage. Pick doesn't like me very much, as I was the one to catch him red-handed a couple of times, and unlike a couple of other colleagues, I didn't accept his bribe of a week off to keep silent about his crimes. In the end, I didn't tell on him, as I know he's a drinking buddy with the director, but I still reserve the right to spite him openly and catch him over and over again. Oh, see, so if he's drinking buddies, he's like, hey, actually, I'll buy the drinks, but this is the money that came out of your restaurant. What a human piece of shit, honestly. I would have taken the week off, but I still would reserve the right to openly spite him. That's the way to go. Take his bribe and also still hate on him. Or make it your mission to catch him again, to get another week off. It's a paid week, right? Please, say that. Lieti? We'll go Lieti, sure. While I'm in the front battling with the swarms of clients at the restaurant, she's the one fighting them at the bar. Oh no, drunk patrons? She's got it way worse, I'm sorry. This middle-aged lady has been our barkeep for a couple of years now. She works well, but she is the sassiest, sass-filled sassy woman that I have ever known. She got in trouble a few times for being really coy with clients who are asking dumb questions. She is twice my age and half my height. That's too much math, all right. But I do like that she's sassy. I could get into that. W is the head cook of the restaurant, an older chef who is fantastic at his job, but he is the type of person that you will hear before you can see. He is loud, constantly yelling at people, and especially the cooks working for him, or the waiters who are being dumb. Imagine Gordon Ramsay if he looked and swore like a dwarf.
If you saute scallops in a non-stick pan, they won't stick. That's why it's called fucking non-stick.
Luckily, I've never had this issue before, and I often chat with him without fear of an earful, as the job gets done when we're both on shift. I am one of the select few that W's taking a liking to. Like an angry, restless poltergeist, if you lend an ear, you could still hear him screaming somewhere. Where's the lamb sauce?
Where's the lamb sauce?
I love the mental image of Gordon Ramsay as a dwarf. A swarthy little dwarf. Dwarven Ramsay. Oh, God. But he's still just as angry. That's beautiful. So yes, as with most restaurants and bars, we have quite a cast of characters. Now let's see them all interact. So at the southeast of France, at the border of the Mediterranean Sea, stood the Principality of Monaco. Inside one of the casinos, there was a bar and a restaurant that mostly served the players and the gamblers. Oh, putting a feisty restaurant like this right in the middle of a casino? That doubles the spiciness, like already. Friday night, dawn of the final day before the fated Kevin encounter, and it is a slow day at the restaurant. I'm cleaning silverware and chatting with a client, while a colleague tending the bar is on their phone. I see Pick walking with a stride and a smug smile. He waves me over to the counter as he had set down a piece of paper on the bar top. Excusing myself, I go to join him.
Look at that! I did the interview of a lifetime. I got us the best employee that'll pull this crew up.
Oh boy. I'm sure you think you did a real good job. Did you check the references? No? You guys just really hit it off during the interview and that's good enough, is it? He said smugly as I approached. Hello, sir, I replied with insistence. I was quite used to rude clients not greeting me, but co-workers had been taught never to skip this step, especially Pick, otherwise they might forget to do it with the customers. The supervisor shrugged and shook his head as he tapped on the piece of paper.
Yeah. Look, that's the resume of the guy I just interviewed. He starts tomorrow. His name's Kevin. He speaks 4 languages, can handle the bar or the restaurant, and he worked at all of these luxurious places for years. He's gonna run circles around you all.
Did you verify any of those luxurious places that he worked? Did he just like write them down on a piece of paper and you believed them? He proudly announced this as if he just got a new Pokemon to fight us, the rivals, despite the fact that we were all working on the same boat. Yeah, my Rattata might be dumb, but he's in the top percentage of Rattatas. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. What are you talking about? I picked up the resume and gave it a read. It was quite impressive. That person seemed to have all the required skills and more. Just like me, he had done 5 years of catering school to obtain his master in restaurants. The plethora of high-class spots he worked at was grand. However, it did make me wonder about something. Did he tell you why he never stayed at any of these previous places? Seems like a pretty basic question, doesn't it? So yes, of course, OP asked. Our casino was a beautiful one, but we weren't the #1 in the city. Why would he step down from one of those spots to settle here? Or did he quit? Or did he get fired? Pick opened his mouth to reply, but nothing came out. He shook his head and took the paper back.
I didn't ask him, but who the fuck cares? You're just afraid that you've met your match.
Why does he talk like a Pokemon trainer? I got a lot of questions about that. He announced, earning a sigh out of me as I turned around and trudged back to my duties. I heard him call someone else to boast about his great new catch. You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out real quick, ain't you? Problem is, he's never going to admit his mistake. His ego is far too big. So fast forward to Saturday night, which is of course the most busy day of the week. I can handle most of these on my own, but the shift definitely got smoother when I got some help for the more time-consuming tasks, like cleaning the tables or taking the stairs to the kitchen. One of the only downsides of this place being that the kitchen isn't on the same floor. So anytime you need to order or pick up a plate or ask a question to the cooking crew, you gotta work them legs. That's right, buns and thighs. I couldn't do this. And never being able to ignore a coworker, forget about it, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do food service anyways, but especially not this. Can we order a dumbwaiter or something? Even just a series of pneumatic tubes so I don't have to ask if the chicken has cilantro on it or something like that. At least I wouldn't have Pick breathing down my neck, as he assigned himself days off every weekend. I arrived a bit early to prepare everything in my drawers and count out the cash in the register before the opening. Yeah, luckily Pick ain't there to pickpocket the register, right? Eventually I hear some noise from the back room. Guessing that it was the cleaning crew, I walked towards the door and opened it, wishing to greet them before we began. It wasn't the cleaning crew, however. It was a tall man in his underwear, with his civilian clothes on the floor. Yeah, just change right in the middle of the casino, why don't you? This 7-foot giant standing around in his underwear. Nobody's gonna notice. What an introduction. He bent over as he was pulling one of our suits out of a plastic bag. His hairy beer belly hanging down due to gravity. He turned his head towards me and smiled. For some reason, I had a hard time looking away from his face at first. His smile was made with an open mouth, like one of a mascot or a cliche psycho. He then came to me and raised his hand to shake mine. Hey man, I'm Kevin. Put some fucking clothes on, Kevin. He exclaimed this on the threshold of the door between the back room and a casino that was filled with players. Yes, while he was still only in his boxers. Oh god, dude. This is a big old red flag already. What are you doing, dude? Are you like okay? Are the lights on upstairs? I did not dare look back, and I shook his hand briefly before gesturing him inside, closing the door behind us. Hi, Kevin. I'm OP. Would you rather not, like, use the locker room? Because that's right down the hall. Huh? Nah, dude. I don't mind. I'm not shy. Maybe you should be. I hate him already. How could you be this dumb? It's not a suggestion, Kevin. I'm telling you, you need to use the locker room down the hall. People in the casino don't want to see your hairy butt crack. Oh, God. A few questions bumped into my head, and I didn't know which one I should have gone with first. Like two entitled mothers pushing their shopping carts against each other so they could pay for their stuff first and not be late to their son's soccer practice. Yeah, think about little Tyler. All that had to wait, however, as I could hear chairs being moved behind me. Clients were sitting down, and the show was on. All right, good to see you, Kevin. See you soon, I commented as I exited the room and closed the door. I could only imagine how the cleaning crew and my other colleagues would react to this nearly naked giant. That's the worst thing ever, dude. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that I don't really understand French culture, but I presume that they're more soft-spoken than Americans. I mean, most people are, to be fair. But really, what he needs right now is some of that American bluntness. Hey, look, it wasn't a question. Get your hairy ass in the locker room, right? The stereotype for French people is rudeness, so I don't know. I guess Mark is just an exception to the rule. Like, he seems like a super good guy. We haven't really spoken, but in passing, he seems very pleasant. So, okay, we'll have to leave it to somebody else to tell Kevin to keep his pants on in the middle of the casino. This next part has been mostly put together thanks to a later conversation with Leoty to fill in the blanks, as she was the one dealing with him at that time, while I could only briefly see or hear them while I worked in the restaurant. After a brief introduction, she brought him behind the bar. Clients like to pick up a drink before heading to the slots or the table, so she could use the help for a few minutes before the help assisted me by the time the restaurant was full. That's right, you're a floater, Kevin. You're supposed to be a superstar. Get out there, superstar. A client came to the bar and requested a cappuccino. The barkeep turned to Kevin and set her hand on the coffee machine. All yours. Show me how you do one of these. I know it's basic, but some of the clients send it back if it's not how they like it. She announced to our newcomer, and he nodded several times quickly and walked to stand in front of the machine. The aforementioned device was your classic barista tool, complete with steamers to make a creamer, a crusher for the coffee beans, and a press to get all that bitter goodness out. Kevin stayed idle for about 15 seconds, like frozen, or like someone had just paused a movie, as Leedy described it. Was he appreciating this marvel of technology, or attempting to seduce the coffee maker with his award-winning open-mouthed smile? He doesn't know how to do it. He's scared to ask for help. He's an idiot. In summation, we all figured this out already. Kevin, are you all right?
What's a kappa thingy?
Oh my God. I can't do this. I know Pick ain't here to fire him right now, but maybe we just give Kevin the rest of the day off. He's 7 feet tall. He's just gonna be in the way. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. Kevin cut her off and suddenly turned his head towards her. Leedy said, You don't know? It's coffee with warm milk, which is foamed into creamer. She began to explain, but Leedy got cut off once more as Kevin grabbed the bottle of milk standing next to the machine.
This one's cold. How do I make it warm?
God. The bartender couldn't resist and had to do what she does best. Oh, you don't know either? Don't worry. We purchased warm milk ahead of time. It's in the fridge next to the cold milk. Sassy Leedy had struck again. Oh, God. Warm milk in the fridge. And this is not setting off any alarm bells. This is like the epitome of a wild goose chase. Your first day hazing, Kevin, is going to be extra bad for you because you're a Kevin. She sighed and was about to do the order herself when Kevin leapt towards the fridge and began to remove bottles from it and set them down on the floor. Cold, 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 cold.
Are the hot ones in the back?
Oh my God. He really is as dumb as he looks. This was a first for Leedy. Her sarcasm managed to fly over the head of this 7-foot-tall titan. It's so sad, man. He's actually looking for warm milk in the fridge. Yeah, it's back there somewhere, Kevin. Just keep going. Leedy said, never mind. I'll do it myself. Do you know how to use a credit card machine? Oh, don't do that. There's a $10,000 cappuccino coming up. Make this client pay €6. Hurry, she told him, making him nod quickly in response. After he did his quick nodding of his noggin, he grabbed the portable ATM and went to the client, leaving the fridge door wide open and all of the bottles on the floor.
I mean, she said quickly, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna waste all that product. The hot beverage was given, and Kevin proudly handed the ticket to Leedy, and she furrowed her brows when reading it. You made them pay 6 cents. You need to add a comma and 2 zeros. Hey, that's a cheap coffee. I'm coming here every day. While Leedy was making the first client pay the rest that he owed, a new client arrived and ordered a minty water. I've been told that minty water is something more common to France than in other countries, so I'll just explain it real quickly. It is a dash of mint-flavored simple syrup in some water, and everyone drinks it here. Sounds refreshing, honestly. Like a properly done mojito, but without the alcohol. Matter of fact, I'll just drink the mojito. That's good. I got it from here. While Leedy was waiting for the receipt to be printed, she pointed at the glass bottled water and bottle of syrup. Kevin nodded and went to work. Oh my God, dude. Disregarding what he had been shown, he filled a glass with tap water, walked to a green plant on the counter, ripped a leaf out of it before dropping the leaf of the plant into the glass. What was the plant? Oh my god, dude. He's gonna kill somebody. He's purposely poisoning people his first day on the job. It really wouldn't be so bad if he didn't accidentally kick one of the discarded glass bottles of milk, making it burst all over the floor on his way back to the client. Oh, for God's sake, Kevin, just go home. I told you he was gonna be in the way. It's even worse than being in the way. He's not helping. It was at that moment that I dropped what I was doing to go hear what the noise was. What I saw was a confused client, a delighted Kevin putting his fists on his haunches, doing a voila gesture for flourish, and he was standing in a puddle of glass shards and milk. Oh, this is classic, dude. You can't make something like this up. He's just fucking up left and right. He can't help himself. He might be a gentle giant, but I'm pretty sure he's not all upstairs, all right? For food service, you gotta be fast. You gotta be precise. It's no wonder this dude was fired from all those places. He couldn't hack it. And finally, Leonie was looking at me with eyes of someone hanging for dear life over a ravine and holding your hand. Eyes that were just crying out, "Save me." There's no saving you. Honestly, we're in the same boat and there's a giant hole in the deck named Kevin. Gotta take him out back, honestly. Gotta give him that old of mice and men treatment. Just look at the sunset, Kevin. Let me tell you about the rabbits. Hey, Kevin, can I get some help at the restaurant, please? Yeah, take him away, please. I asked, making him turn his open, wide smile to me as he nodded rapidly. He's an idiot. We walked to the restaurant's register, and I took a deep breath. My suspicions needed to be quenched now. It was time for some burning questions and some small talk, as the only things that I really knew about this mysterious happy string bean was his name and the color of his underwear. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Kevin shot first, however. Hey, so are you and Leonie together? Because, man, I don't want to make you jealous, but I think... He had begun, looking smug. What? Are you here to work or here to get your dick wet, Kevin? Sit down! But OP responds a little bit more gracefully. He says, Kevin, apologies for cutting you off, but can I ask how your previous jobs went? This question got Kevin to tilt his head to the side and look at me, perplexed for a moment. Oh, no, man, that's my first job ever. Is that so? Your resume mentions some previous workplace and skills, I asked, feeling confused. Kevin's shrug and his answer did not help matters, however. I didn't read it. My mom just told me to hand it over and be confident. My mom. Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding? Yeah, okay, so now you're hired. So now what? Pick's future employee of the month, everyone! Round of applause. Biggest bruh moments in history. If it wasn't for the sight of more clients approaching the front desk, I would have remained stunned by the simplicity of his answer for a few more seconds. However, instead of a helper, I had someone that I had to teach. I glanced around for something simple to ask of him until I could actually show him the ropes. I brought him to another counter where I had brought a pile of dirty plates. Kevin, could you please pick these up and bring them into the back room? Oh, those plates, they're all gonna be broken. My request sounded simple enough. A pile of 10 to 15 plates with some dirty silverware on top had to be brought to the next room, so the washing crew could pick them up eventually. I didn't expect Kevin's reply, and especially not the volume of it.
Yeah! Oh, yeah, I can do it! Yeah, that I can do! Yeah, I just gotta warm up first.
What are you... Okay, I'm glad you're excited, but please, just fucking take him away. If I could not see you for the rest of the shift, that would be just amazing. He exclaimed this, nearly screaming as he bounced from one foot to another. Kevin threw himself down and performed a push-up before getting up and jumping in place. He performed a set of about 5 to 7 burpees while wearing a suit in the middle of a casino. Yeah, it looks pretty heavy, doesn't it? Are you thinking somebody's gonna be impressed by this? He's like, oh, I hope Leonie's watching. Everybody's watching, and everybody thinks that you are an idiot, or rather knows that you are an idiot. Everyone was looking at him now, and his face was turning red. Getting up, he exhaled sharply and passed out. Fell like a tree right on his face. So you do those exercises pretty often, do you? Maybe it's all part of his routine. I don't know what's going on. I'm horrified. I had been stunned for a few seconds. Leonie must have come out to check the source of the noise, as her surprised gasp was the thing that broke me out of my shock. I asked her to call our medical team while I began to turn Kevin onto his back. Luckily, he opened his eyes after I rolled him.
Well, hey, OP. What?
Are you all right? Have you eaten today? Is passing out a common occurrence with you? I cut him off, asking the basic first aid questions, making him laugh.
Oh, yeah, nah. It happens when I get excited. I'm fine, ha ha ha.
This is too awkward for words. I'm dying inside, dude. Some push-ups, some nap time, then I'll be ready to take those plates in the bag. How about you just fucking take the plates, bro? I helped him up and picked up the plates myself. I sat him down in the back room and told him to just wait for the medical team right there, placing the plates next to him as I ran back to the restaurant. God, this whole day sounds like a nightmare. He is not helping. Can you send him home? I would recommend just sending him home. So, working on my own, I soon brought a new pile of dirty plates into the back room. The previous pile was gone, meaning that the cleaning crew had picked them up. But Kevin was nowhere to be seen either. I walked to the washers with the intent to ask them if the medical team had already walked by. However, to my surprise, the cleaning crew was idle. They asked me if there were any clients yet. I replied that, yeah, we were almost full. Didn't they see the plates that I left? Where did Kevin take these plates, bro? He's washing them in the bathroom or something stupid. They shook their heads, no, and went to pick up the latest ones that I had set down in order to wash them. I thought for a moment before I put the pieces together. Walking back to the previous room, I walked into the supervisor's office.
Hey, OP, you want some?
Asked Kevin, as he was using the client's forks and knives to eat the leftovers off of their plates. Bro, he is mentally, he's not fit to work, honestly. No wonder his mom takes care of him. Initially, I was dunking on him, but obviously he needs a handler. This is so not okay. I stared at him, blinking a couple of times. No, thank you, Kevin. You're very kind for offering. You're too fucking nice, OP. Grab him by the scruff of the neck and shake him. I mean, he'll probably have to be on his knees while you shake him, but you can do that. Kick the back of his knees. Are you sure you can eat the client's food like that? I hope all your vaccines are up to date, champ. Very subtle. I coyly added this. I mean, maybe I should have told him to stop, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Plus, he looked so content. He's sitting there getting paid for this bullshit, all right? Kevin's smile faltered for a moment.
Oh, shit, you mean they weren't done with it? Oh, I'm sorry, man. You just dumped this pile of plates there, and I thought I could help myself to them. Also, vaccines, that's total bullshit, man.
Oh, man. That explains a lot, honestly. Kevin replied as he picked up another one of the plates and began to lick the béarnaise sauce off of it. His suit was crumpled, had several stains of sauce on the collar and sleeves, dust bunnies from his brief meeting with the floor, and his black leather shoes were still visibly wet. Nope. All yours. The medicals team should be there shortly. Just wait for them and I guess come back if they give you the green light.
Hey, sweet. Do you have any more of that sauce?
Kevin began to reply, but I closed the door, pretending not to hear. What a foul creature. I mean, he has a large body mass. I guess he needs this to sustain himself. Maybe he hasn't eaten today. Maybe that's why he passed out. Then again, it's like, combination of fatigue and temperatures and being a big boy. The blood's hard to push around a body that big. Raise your arms above your head? Yeah, that doesn't help. It's no wonder he passed out. I don't know why he did that shit. I guess looking for logic in a Kevin's actions is there is none, is the answer. So about 15 minutes later, Kevin came back. The medical crew performed their checkup and he was fine. Yeah, at least physically. Can they check him mentally? He's not fine, okay? I'm gonna tell you that much. I assigned him to the most simple of tasks, cleaning up the tables where clients had already left. I didn't want to risk him doing another warm-up if I asked him to walk up the case of stairs. And on the plus side, he was pretty eager to clean them tables because whenever he did, he would then go into the back room and make the dish cleaner's life a bit easier, as he would eat all the leftovers and lick the saucers clean. So foul. I hate it. Why are you doing this? I even walked by him while he was sipping unfinished sodas straight from the client's glasses. I figured as long as he wasn't drinking wine or alcohol, it wouldn't be too bad. I chatted a bit with him. He asked me what my favorite anime was. No, I don't watch cartoons. And sadly, the conversation ended quickly, as I wasn't cultured enough to rival his wits on that topic. God, dude. This is so horrible. He's not just a Kevin. He's also a neckbeard, right? Kind of one of those clueless neckbeards that we like to laugh at. I guess he's not done anything too horrible so far, aside from being utterly and completely incompetent at the job. Eventually, a VIP I knew well gestured me to her table, mere seconds after I brought her the medium rare steak that she had ordered. She exclaimed that her steak was too cooked. I apologized for the inconvenience and told her that I would get her a new one shortly. However, it seems like I was a fool, because Kevin had a better idea.
Nah, man, don't get her a new one. This one's just fine. Just ask the kitchen to uncook it in the freezer.
There was no laughter. The lady and I performed a polite giggle at his pleasantry, but Kevin, yeah, he was not laughing. Oh my God, dude.
What? You don't know? That's how it works. Oven cooks, freezer uncooks. Have you never made ice cubes before? I'm serious.
No, no, not this. Oh my God. He was serious, basking in his knowledge, unworthy of his intellect. The lady and I soon replied, "Have you ever cooked anything for yourself? Did your parents drop you a few dozen times as a baby?" Dear readers, I hope you understand who said which lines. From this point, a heated argument to try and explain to Kevin the laws of thermodynamics. He wouldn't budge as he kept bringing up ice cubes. Yeah, what else do I need to know? I cooked ice cubes. I uncooked water before. Kevin probably would burn water if he tried to boil it. He'd find a way. When he began to raise his voice at us, I quickly dismissed him to the back room before the client got angry. I put her coffee on the house when the bill came. I mean, you should put the steak on the house too. Kevin's ruining everybody's experience. Finally, it was the end of my shift. Oh, glorious. I decided, like often on Saturday nights, to celebrate our victory. Making a pot of hot tea, because I need my dose, man. I'm an addict. To each their own, I suppose. And setting it up with 2 cups on a platter, and I brought it all to the kitchen where W still was. The rest of the crew was gone after they got yelled at, meaning that we had the kitchen to ourselves to have a chat and a drink to calm down. W sipped from his cup and opened a register of documents before putting his large finger over a paper that had today's date on it.
OP, look at these bastards. The price for today's meat was all right, but look how much they charged us for butter, of all things. The price just keeps increasing.
He ranted, making me smirk and nod as I drank. I was about to reply when a voice retorted first.
Dude, of course butter's expensive. Almost all the whales are dead.
God. What? Butter comes from whales? Yeah, I saw a movie about whale butter. They use it to like light lamps and stuff. I think it's different than what you're thinking about, Kevin. Please stay out of affairs of which you know nothing about, Kevin. I had managed to go the whole night without Kevin stepping into the kitchen. He must have performed a quick warm-up and followed me when I went down the stairs with the drinks in my hand.
What?
Coldly replied W, making Kevin burst out laughing.
Dude, you don't know? Are you really a chef? You see whales, right? Whales, huh? Well, they cut them up, and they squeeze the butter out of their cheeks. That's butter, and it's salty from the sea.
I don't... Where do I start with fixing this? Just no. Go home, Kevin. The shift is over, Kevin. It's salty from the sea. I can imagine his mom is just like, that's right, Kevin. You're such a creative boy. And everybody else is like, I think he's damaged in some type of way. This is not okay. Well, my jaw just dropped. I could see W's tighten, and his face picked up a shade of scarlet red. The last time I had seen him angry was when a colleague of mine dropped a whole platter of dishes down the stairs. I had to act. Oh, by the way, Kevin, you should go see Leedy at the bar. She wanted to see you.
Oh, man, score!
God damn it. He exclaimed, bouncing on his legs and nodding quickly before making his way up the stairs once more. Probably just saved him from the wrath of God. Maybe you should have let him suffer from it, though. I think you're being a little bit too nice to an idiot, OP. If he doesn't get hurt, then he's never gonna learn. That's how that be. I slowly picked up W's cup and began to fill it to the top. Both of the chef's fists dropped hard on the metal counter, sending my poor cup to bounce off of it and spill.
Who the fuck is that string bean looking moron? Did you hear what he said? Is that the famous new guy that Pick told me about?
He began, and I handed him his cup and I set the pot down. Calm down, chef. You don't know the half of it. I started to tell him of the events of the day with Kevin. He cackled sometimes, but mostly he did the disappointed parent head shake as my recollection went on.
I'm gonna call Pick later. Come with me. I want this fucking condom commercial out of here. Now!
Condom commercial. Oh my god, that's the greatest insult. I'm adding that to the box. Thank you so much, W. What a genius. Wiping the tea off the counter and picking up the cups, we took the stairs to the bar. Before we reached the bar, W and I heard something that could only be described as a huge popping sound, followed by a splash. Like 10 bottles of champagne being opened without holding the cork, all at once. God damn it, dude. We arrived to see Kevin drenched in a puddle of liquid, holding half a shaker, with the missing half on the floor. Leonie was next to him, covering her ears. He told me that if he could make a cocktail that I liked, then I had to go out with him. And then he poured 1 soda of each kind we had in the shaker, and yeah, there we are. A suicide, like a 12-year-old kid, first time going crazy at McDonald's. So for those who might not know, bartending 101, never shake fizzy drinks. You'll end up like that one bartender who dies in that super old Flash game that we played. Kevin looked confused and picked up the shaker from the floor.
Dude, what the fuck? Give me another chance, Leonie. I just have to hold it tighter.
Oh, don't give him another chance. Get him out now. And because karma does work, of course, the apprentice mixologist didn't get this chance, as W let out a scream that startled everyone around. Get the fuck out! You're fired! Rip headphone users. Kevin's smile faltered, and he looked at each of us before picking up a bottle of cola and walking to the back room to pick up his bag. Yeah, go tell mommy that she got your ass fired. This is so ridiculous, dude. This is like next level idiocy. I ain't never seen nothing like that. So on Monday, when Pick came, I made sure to stay around to hear W yelling at him to check people's history instead of just believing every word. It was delightful. Well, there you have it. A couple weeks after the event, he came to the restaurant with his family for dinner. Does he have a family? I bet he doesn't have a wife. By family, you mean like his mommy and his daddy, right? Who are just hanging on, who wishes that somebody would come to take this burden off of their hands. He told them that I was a super chill dude, so yay, I guess. I hope wherever he is now, he's still making his ice cubes and his mom makes him magic steaks that he can uncook at will. Thank you for making it this far. Take care and do stay hydrated. Well, isn't that a happy ending? The whole clan came down the beanstalk to see how the little people prepare their whale butter, right? All I can really say for Kevin is at least he has some work experience now. I worked for 1 day over at that casino. Oh, that's great. Slap that on a resume. Somebody will probably make the mistake of hiring you again if they are a completely incompetent manager like Pick. I do hope that he gets some comeuppance at some point in the future, and I know that he will because karma usually turns out. If you guys did enjoy this episode, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. Do all those things because that's pretty cool. I appreciate it so very much. Also, make sure that you're sharing the video around if you want. You know, I like that. Helps us to extend our reach upon the internet, and that's MVP stuff. We got all kinds of links in the description: plugs, playlist, podcast, Spotify, iTunes, Teespring, Amazon affiliate, etc., etc. Thank you in advance for that. We've also got my social medias, Twitch, where we live stream this whole thing, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. We've also got my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons and channel members, whom I would like to thank, as I do every episode, Jerry much. So thank you to Billy D, Robert Waits, Carrie Sepulveda, Brandon Ashcraft, John Indoors, Phantom Danica, Train Boy, Liquor Lush Loser, Origami Steve, Skylar May, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Samantha, Death's Flagship, Bearded Snake, Buy Two, Get One Hand. Oh my God, we are growing in the YouTube members department. If you'd like to join them, do click that join button down there, and then we'll go ahead, head off into a Patreon. I'll tell you all about those beautiful people. We got Darth Luscious, Harley Hogan, Robert Waits, Camille Sarah, Chancellor Blue Kraken, Roxanne Wolf, Sim Jerry, Conrad Ingy, Captain Clown Jerry, ... ellipses, Aaron Jerry, Esteban, For All Lang Sign, Make Dayton Cry Fun. Oh, God. It's been a success already. Michael Shambliss, Origami Steve, Bean Tom with a bag of marbles without Devil, Jerry Beg for Forgiveness, Silent Revolver, PCB, Fluxer, the Jerry of Industry, the original Jerry, Ravencraft, Kick Jerry, Destiny Piper, Jerry Kitsune, Salty Wizard, 211 Jerry, the two Jerrys, a very tired Jerry, a Justy Dargonian Jerry, and Frankenberry, ain't that a hiding pitch though? Assassin Pug Jerry, Aurora Wildheart, Baby Jerry, Bailey Joy, Peter Jerry, Benji and the Jets, Bill Duvick, Bitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Liquid Jerry, Bronze Kraken, Catholic Jerry, Commander J Tank, Dennis Dayton, Dr. Lux, Aaron Era, Eastbars, Frozen Never Studio, Gento at the Doodles, Commission's open. Hey Dream BR, I'm Slim Jerry, I'm the real Jerry, all you want the Slim Jerry's just imitating Inquisitor Jerry, Irish Pirate, Iron Hollow, Irradiant Jam, JM Coon, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry the Outlaw, Mother Trucker, Jerry Mile was a bullfrog, John Hero, Crowy, Cuddly Kraken, Lady in Awakening, Legitimate Girth, Miss Monday, Lord Jerry, Lucavex was a bullfrog, he was a good friend of mine, never understood a single thing he said, but I helped him drink his wine. Like and subscribe, Lady Dix, Malama Man, Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Factor, Necromancer Nix, Needless King 89, Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes and Quagmires, Ramtide Lacrimates, Rose, Jerry Miller, Sarita the Lolita, Soxy Octopus, Scarlet Kevin, Sergeant K Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Whip, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tapioca Blue, the Gypsy Barber, the Italian Greyhound Dino, the Little Sue, the One True Fuzzy, trying to find a marble to get back to the real world. You probably don't want to blow into that balloon knot. It's Sticky Balloon, Vanguard Angel, Victor Cordero, Viking Jerry, Void the Comet Destroyer, WikiTech, Zephyr Gargoyle or Clay, Void Set Collector of Cringe, Comrade Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though, Cage Alex 9, Redwind, Non-Viper, Saint Blessing Third Step, Venom Jerry, Wasabi Jerry, Jace Christensen, One Leg Jerry, the Neckbeard Hunter, a Norman Jerry, holds up a giant bag of popcorn, Bravo Stacks, and I'll share, Admiral T-Tank, Amber Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry Zilla, Bartender Kelia, Big Dad Wolf, Blueberry Apple Pie, Broken Spine, Horseradish, Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Lock, Chicago the Panda, Koi Dessart, sometimes, Cowabunga Cody, Crypt Titties, Define Jerry, Def Tuna, Dopamine Dane Jerry is Dwarfy Dude, Ghost of Alpha, he cannot, Janitor Jerry is roaming the streets of Finland, hunting down the Naruto headband, Jeffrey, Geralt of Arabia, Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's, we have the apocalypse, Jerry, but with 2 S's and an E. Say Jesse Pinkman, Jerry Springer, the results are in, you are not the Neckbeard. Ah, yeah! Jerry the StoriesAboutKevin, Jerry's mom's got it going on, Jerry Aldo Rivera, Jerry Rocksters, Jerry Role-Playing Game, Keaton Tails, Carrie Sepulveda, Kid Marvelous, Defender of the Innocent, Enemy to the Bearded, yeah, me too, bro, Kinsey Kid, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia CD, maybe next time you'll get Miss Duchess, not Invisible Angel, Raptor Art, Seldom Dark, She's my Jerry Pie, Skymara Ravenswood, Snary, that's Nom Jerry, Spoonie the Rogue, Spoopy Scabby, Jerry Ton, Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, but he's not though. There are 2 wolves inside me, Spit Roasted Jerry, to Infinite Jerry and beyond, took care of Snowbeard, send him back to Boof Chris Trucker, oh god, not the Love Dumpster, no! Unkale, throws 2 liter Mountain Dew, grow my Neckbeard, grow! It's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, Hygiene, it's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, Humility, Dilf Jerry, and thank you to my beautiful $1 patrons as well.
Bless up all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike.
Thank you guys so much for supporting. If you can join them in supporting monetarily, that is huge. If you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watch some more ReddX videos, right? If you'd like a heart and a comment on your comment, go ahead and say something about, I can't believe it's not whale butter, and I'll seek those out. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, my friends, bye-bye.